GRE quantitative reasoning practice question. This is an easy question. This is a problem solving sample question. This is from the chapter Algebra. Focuses on inequalities and quadratic expressions. We'll use this question to understand how to solve inequalities of quadratic expressions. That's a primary idea for this. What is the least positive integer that will satisfy the inequality x square plus 17x minus 84, which is a quadratic expression if this is greater than 0. Step 1 of solving this, let's factorize the given quadratic expression. Product is equal to minus 84. Sum is a plus 17. So it's going to factorize as x square plus 21x minus 4x minus 84 is greater than 0. So sum is equal to plus 17x. Product is equal to minus 84. Take x as a term common from these two. So it's going to be x times x plus 21. Minus 4 as a term common from the third and fourth. Leave us with x plus 21. This is greater than 0. So we'll essentially factorize as x plus 21, taking x plus 21 common between these two terms, times x minus 4 is greater than 0. A couple of ways of solving it. I'm going to walk you through one method in this slide. In the next slide, when I'm recapping it in a printed form, I'm going to walk you through an alternative approach. Use one of these approaches, not the textbook approach, because you do not have that kind of time in the GRE quantitative reasoning section. Right here, if x plus 21 times x minus 4 is greater than 0, what will be the roots of this equation? The roots are going to be minus 21 and 4. This is evident. So pick the roots and let's say draw the number line for it. Minus 21 is to the left, 4 is to the right. I'm going to look at values in 3 intervals. One interval is picking a number less than minus 21. The second interval I'm going to pick a number is between minus 21 and 4. The third interval I'm going to pick a number is a number greater than 4. I'm going to pick some number from each of these intervals, plug it into either this equation or here, wherever you choose to. This is an easier place to plug it in and check out whether the result is positive. Wherever the result is positive, those are the ranges of values where x will hold good, where this inequality will hold good. Let's start with the first range. I'm going to pick a number which is less than minus 21. Pick any number. Go for something like x equals minus 50. We are not even going to compute the value. Minus 50 plus 21, this part is a negative number. Minus 50 minus 4 is also a negative number. Product of two negatives is equal to a positive one. We want this expression to be positive. Is it positive? Yes. So in the first range, it holds good. For any value less than minus 21, this inequality will hold good. Let's pick a value in the second interval. Again, let's pick some friendly number. Let's go for x equals 0 because between minus 21 and plus 4, 0 lies in between those two. Put x is equal to 0 here. 0 plus 21 is a positive number. Don't bother writing it as a 21. What is of interest to us is it whether the result is positive or negative. 0 minus 4 is a negative number. So we have positive into negative is going to give us an answer which is negative. Whereas we want this expression to stay positive. So in the second interval, it does not hold good. Between minus 21 and 4, the inequality is not going to be satisfied. Let's pick a number in the third interval. Third interval is a number greater than 4. Let's go with x is equal to 10. Pick anything that you like. 10 plus 21 is a positive number. 10 minus 4 is a positive number. Positive times positive is positive. We want this expression to be positive. Yes, it is positive. So it holds good in the third interval also. So what's the solution set to this inequality? Any number less than minus 21, it's going to hold good. For any value greater than 4, it's going to hold good. So this is how you compute solutions to inequalities of quadratic expression. Now let's solve this question. We know these are the ranges of values for this quadratic expression, solution set to this. We'll have to find out the least positive integer that will satisfy this inequality. Any number less than minus 21 are all going to be negative numbers. So we don't even have to bother about it because our interest is in finding out a positive number, the smallest positive number, the smallest positive integer. That's what we need to find out. X is greater than 4. Any number beyond this is going to be a positive number. What's the least positive integer greater than 4? 5 is the least positive integer greater than 4. So 5 is the answer. Choice E is the answer to this question. Now what we'll do is, we have done method 1. Let's go to method 2. Method 2 up till this point is the same. Factorization is exactly the same. I'm going to walk you through a result. If you can remember the result and use it, that will save you as much time. In fact, probably this would be a faster method if you can remember the result than even using what we did in the last slide. X minus 4 times x plus 21 is greater than 0 is how it's factorized. The result goes as follows. If you can write a quadratic expression in this format, x minus a times x minus b greater than 0, then the result says x will not lie between a and b. Have we factorized it to resemble this? More or less, but not exactly. So let's rewrite this. We'll rewrite it as x minus 4 times x minus of minus 21. So this is exactly going to look like x minus a times x minus b. So what is a? A is equal to a minus 21. What is b? B is equal to 4. So even if you swapped it, it's absolutely no problem. We are saying that if it is of the form x minus a into x minus b is greater than 0, it's not going to lie between a and b. A is a minus 21, so it's on the number line. B, which is a 4, is to the right of minus 21 on the number line. So it's not going to, any value between minus 21 and 4 will not be a solution to this inequality, is what this result says. What does that mean? It's going to take values lesser than minus 21 or values which are greater than 4. It cannot be between minus 21 and 4. Run through it in a printed form. So we are rewriting this x minus 4 times x plus 21 greater than 0 in this format. So b actually becomes minus 21. So the value of x is not going to lie between 4 and minus 21, which means it has to be either less than minus 21 or greater than 4. Greater than 4 are the only positive values. Less than minus 21 are not positive values. Greater than 4, what's the smallest positive integer? 5 is the smallest positive integer, greater than 4. The smallest positive integer that will satisfy this inequality is a 5. Choice E is the answer to the question. Before you leave, I want you to do two things. One, sign up as a trial user at wzko.in/quant. The URL is there on the screen. This is a GRE online quant course, the most comprehensive course you will get. You can sign up either on the web using Google Chrome browser, or you can download our Android or iOS app and get started. It takes all of 5 minutes and 3 steps to get started. Start with the free topics, start with statistics, averages, and a few lessons in data interpretation. Build momentum into your GRE quant preparation. Once you've got the momentum and you find that this teaching methodology helps you prepare for the GRE, you can pay and access the remaining topics behind the paywall. Second thing I want you to do is subscribe to this channel, youtube.com/VizacoGRE, and turn on notifications. If you have friends or classmates preparing for the GRE, let them know about this channel and this online course. Until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay motivated.